The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
One of the nicest stories that I've ever heard about appreciation was a story that I heard from my Mechatenet's father. He's a wonderful man who lives in Detroit. His name is Mr. Alex Roberts. An elderly gentleman. Today he's retired. He was a day school Rebbe for many, many years. And he told me a number of years ago he went to Eretz Israel to visit his sister. He hasn't seen his sister in years. And he went to his shul in Paysach Krohn. And there, of course, like the Minigan Klal Yisrael, he saw, he came to shul, and they gave him an aliyah. Fine, that's expected. Right after laning, the Rabbi came over to him and said, I want you to have Hakarat. So, he was surprised. Usually, if you give somebody an aliyah, you don't give him Hakarat. It's okay. After davening, he went over to the Rabbi. He said, excuse me, but I hope you don't mind my asking, that you gave me the aliyah. You gave me an aliyah. Why did you give me? He says, I'll tell you the truth. I wasn't going to give you aliyah, but there was a man here in shul, a prominent man, who insisted that you should get Hakarat. So he said, who is that man? He said, it's the man standing over there by the farm. So he went over to the man. He said, excuse me, but I don't know you. I don't think I know you. Why did you want that I should have Hakarat? He said, you don't know me, but I know you. He said, many, many years ago, this was over 30 years ago, this man's name was Felix Bison. He said, many, many years ago, you were a Rebbe. You were a Rebbe in a Talmud Torah in a small town in Germany. And in that town, we were very, very prosperous. And it was before the war, and the Germans were beginning to make tzaras on Yidden. And my younger brother-in-law was taken for no reason. And my mother-in-law said that if my brother-in-law gets out of jail alive and well, she will donate a Sefer Torah to the shul. And a few months later, the chapel was freed. And my mother-in-law that day called the Sefer of Frankfurt, and a Sefer Torah was written, and we eventually presented it to the shul. They couldn't dance in the streets, but they made a very big simcha in the shul. They filled in the last letters. And then it says, it came time to lift up the Sefer Torah. We wanted someone to have matzah. And I looked around, and I saw you. And you were the Rebbe of our children. And you had raised the level of further education in our community. So we felt that you deserved to have Hakarat. This Sefer Torah, we were zeicha to be able to take it out of Germany, and we brought it to Eretz Yisrael. And this is this same Sefer Torah. And we wanted that you should have the zchut and the opportunity to lift up this Torah once again. We all have complaints against the Rebbes of our children. But if we appreciate the good that they do, then we will be happy, and certainly they will be happy. So that's one way to attain simcha. Look for the good in people.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org